Okay, guys, like yesterday we are seeing Jira, right? Jira software, which is developed by Atlassian. It's an Australian company. Okay, so this is a test management tool. In this, we can, with the help of Jira, we can write test cases, test scenarios. We can add, we can create bugs. Okay, we can monitor the work. We can link our code, developers code through GitHub or Bitbucket. Okay, so tracking of people, everything can be done with the help of this Jira management, Jira software. Okay, this is an agile methodology tool. Okay, so just I'll go through some more points in this Jira tool. Okay, so we know how to create a project, how to add test scenarios, test cases, and all those things, right? So see, in backlog, we can see we have some screens, some see, for example, we have created our sprint plan has been started on 28th of February, January yesterday, right? So in middle, we have added some new stories or some new test cases we have created. Some are there which are in backlog. So in middle of the sprint, if we try to move these to the plan, our current sprint, it will show a message like sprint scope will be affected by this action. Okay, means in middle of the sprint you are adding some unplanned activities. So is this okay for you, because it may affect your sprint planning. So this is what the meaning of this message. Okay, but you say okay, so this has been logged here. Okay, so in the same way, yesterday we have seen test cases, how to write a test cases. We'll see how to execute it and how to log a defect also. Okay, so see, let me click on this. You can directly go to backlog and do it, or you can go to active sprints and go do it, or you can go to issues and do it. Okay, if you can go to issues, there also you can see all these. Okay, from here also you can click on the activity task what you want to do. Okay, so here we have seen all these test cases how to write. So here you can see here uh, in the three buttons, three this one. Here you can see add to test cycles, execute. Okay, these all options are there. You can go directly to execute. Okay, you will get this message. Click on execute. Okay, see here what is our step test step. Verify employee can log in with the uh, username and password. Okay, pass. We can keep it as pass, because employee logged logged in successfully. Okay, so this one here you can say this step status passed. Okay, next enter valid username and password entered. Okay, entered username is displayed. Yes, pass. So entered valid password. So yes, we have entered the valid password. Yes. Okay, so here you can attach the attachments, and if you want to write any comments of this one, you can write it. Okay, so click on login. So user should be able to log in to the application and see personal details screen. No, he is not able to see the personal details screen. He is able to see only my dashboard, right? So what we do, we'll make this as fail. Fail. Okay, so fail, then create a defect. Here you need to create a defect. So what is the defect? uh, you need to write the uh, summary like a dashboard displaying once login to application. Okay. So in description part, uh, each organization or each team manager will have his own methods. So what they will do is like they will add the steps, ask us to write one description. So this would be the fixed format. They will customize this one. Okay, fixed format, description, steps to reproduce, steps to reproduce, expected result, actual result. So these steps they may add. Okay, your manager may expect these steps to that. So what is the description of this? Description is like uh, personal personal details screen is not displaying once log into application. Log into application. Okay, so how to steps to reproduce? Log into application with valid username and password. Step verify or check for personal details. Verify if personal details screen displayed or not. Okay. What is the expected result? Personal details screen should display once login to application. What is the actual result? Dashboard is displaying. Instead of personal details screen. Okay. Okay, so this is how you need to write the steps to reproduce, and more if you want to add anything, you can add some more things here like labels. What is the priority of this one? This is a medium priority, right? This is not that much important. Okay, so any blocks, uh, issue. So you are attaching the test case here. Okay, epic link, epic link my info module. Which sprint is this defect? First sprint. Okay. Sprint scope will affect by this action. Okay, no problem. Click on create. So this test case is failed. Okay, so this complete login functionality has been failed, right? You write a comment, right? Display, what is that? Dashboard is displaying thing instead of personal details screen, and you will attach the things. Okay, so this is how you create a defect. Okay, let's go to our project and see. Okay, see here, one defect. See, dashboard, one defect has been created and you did not assign it to anyone, so you can assign it to developer whoever wants to look into it. Okay, so this is how you create a defect, test execution and all those things. um, Here, see, in this Jira, as I said yesterday, you can add the code with the help of GitHub or Bitbucket. Okay, you can do releases, project pages. Okay, all those you can check here. And See, you can generate reports. See, these reports, you will have the burn down chart. How many hours you, for each person, you will be adding some hours beside your task. Okay, so you will have the burn down chart, burn up chart, sprint report. Okay, sprint report. In this sprint, how many tasks you have added, how many you have completed, how many user stories. So these all are diagrams, reports will be there. So these all need to be shown to business people. How much your manager will report all this to the top level management. How much work the team is being doing and what is the status of the team, whether they are able to complete the project in time, how is their progress. Those all will be shown through these reports. Epic burn down. So this is how, so view progress. This is how, see, we have created one epic. So story points is, we have given 5 story points. Okay. So epic bundle. So work remaining. See, it is in blue color if the work is still remained. If it is in gray light color if the work is completed. If it is in progress, you can see it in this mode. Okay, so this is how you get all the reports, each and every report of an individual employee's work status, whole complete team status, everything. The manager can verify it, can look to it and find out. So this is one type of management of the people, micromanaging. You can say, like, how many hours you have worked, how many hours you have burned. Those all you can get through this tool. Okay, Jira. Right, clear guys? Clear about Jira tool? You guys create one project, add my testing email id to one of the resource people and just create it and send me. Okay, I look into it whether you are doing or not, how you are you getting stuck anywhere. Okay, clear guys? Reply through chat here if everything you all guys can understand clear. Okay. So just create one project, add my invite to my email ID, okay, and create one project, do create test cases, create test scenarios, add do test execution, add sprint. All this you can do it. This is a free software, okay. You can do it and send it to me. I look into it. So nobody have given me test cases, test scenarios also till now, apart from only one Jaya. Okay, see here the incomplete issues you can see under if you select an epic, so you have selected the epic bundle. You can see here epic story, task, test, bug, story. All these are incomplete. Okay, see how you can see the status is when you go to active sprints. See here you can see this one, right? If you pull this one into this one from in progress, okay, from in progress to done, okay. Okay, see, now everything is done. Okay, so this task is done. So if you go to issues, we'll go to report and we'll see epic report. See here, total story points, completed story points, number of issues, total 5 points, total 5 issues, completed one, unestimated one, total points 5, done 5. Because see here, you can see the story is done, but till some tasks are pending. This is what a scrum master will do. What Scrum Master will do is he will look into this one. He will see that you have completed the story, you have marked the story as completed, but you have not completed the tasks. and test cases related to the story. So please complete it. So once again, you'll go to this one, you'll go to active sprints. You'll see what are all tasks are left out. Okay, done. You go to issues, select the issue type, bug. See, these two bugs are there. Open the bug. Now you are doing retesting. Okay, this is also completed. Okay, you can open here, move, delete, print. You can see here. Okay, so we have moved it. So it is being moved as pass completed. Okay, go to this one. See, all are done, 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 done. All tasks are done, completed. Okay, so go to project again, reports. You can see epic report. See, all tasks are completed. Done, done, done. Okay, means you have completed everything. So this is what the Scrum Master will do. Scrum Master will look into this report and he will find out before the sprint review. If you have any question, if you are any tasks are incomplete, he will ask us to complete the tasks and we need to complete it. And he will showcase this report, the sprint report. See what is the sprint report? 11th till 11th, 5th we have. So here you can see here story points, 5 story points you have completed. Okay, run retro. So here you can click on the run retro, then one Confluence page will open. Okay, in this Confluence page, this is also related to Atlassian. In this Confluence page, what you will do is that they will document everything. They will document each and everything. Uh, Document in the sense, in this one, in this Confluence page, they will maintain all the project related details, all the project related details, all the retrospective details, what went well, what did not went well, fun retrospective, how you do all those things will be added here in this Confluence page. Okay, so Confluence, Zypher are test management tools. If you want, see, there are some other tools like Qtest, Bugzilla, ALM, Qtest, especially Qtest and Bugzilla. These all can also be added to this Jira tool, because see here test. If you feel like writing test cases is not that much easy in this tool, see here. Here you have retrospective, page properties, team participants, retrospective. See, start doing, stop doing, keep doing. So these titles may be different. Okay, so here you what you have started doing, what you have stopped doing, scheduled meetings without a clear agenda, what we need to stop doing. This is how the retrospective will happen. Start doing or what went well or kinda work, something, some titles will be there. You can add whatever you feel here. Okay, so keep doing whatever we can do. If you want to give any kudos to any of the team members, in this one you can give it. And once you click on publish, this will be added to your Confluence page. So this will be permanent till the project completed. So everyone can go through what Scrum Master will do is in the next retrospective, he will go back to the previous retrospective document and he will look into this document and see what we want to improve, what we have marked us to improve, and we are started doing that or not. So if we are doing and we are on following all the items, he will close the items here in this Confluence page. Okay, this is how you need to do the how the Confluence page will be used. Clear, guys? So retrospective, sprint, version control chart, see epic burn down. Epic burn down means you have burned all the stories, all the hours or not. Uh, issue analysis, average age report. So these all reports will be generated by Scrum Master or product owner, and he will look after all these things. Okay. So you just practice it, and if you have any questions, let me know. Okay. So this is all about Jira tool. Okay. So Jira tool. After Jira tool, we can go with Bugzilla is also a similar one, but we don't have a Bugzilla uh, software. So I have just taken the screenshots just to show you how it looks. Okay, so Bugzilla is it's an open source, but due to some issue, I'm unable to log into the application. I have tried it. So this is how the Bugzilla looks. Okay, so Bugzilla is a defect tracking tool. Okay, its advantage is like email notifications. If you are logged a defect, it will send emails to the developer, tester, whoever you have mentioned. Okay, time tracking, you can provide the time and when you need to fix it, by when it need to be done. It can be customized based on your requirements. Okay, see, you can go through this link. This is what I have gone through. So this is my dashboard. This is how the Bugzilla looks like. Okay, and if you want to file a bug, you can see a new bug. You can click on the new bug. So this version is something different, which is not a regular version. Okay, so just to show you how it looks, I have been navigating. See here, request no bugs, my bugs file today. You can edit the save searches. Okay, these all are the email preferences. You can see sessions, bug mail filtering. Okay, so you can log into this one. You can go to new account or login. So the screen will display like this. So before that, you need to create a user ID and password in GitHub. So once you create the password in GitHub, uh, you can directly log in with your GitHub username and password. Okay. So log in to the application. So your name will be displayed here. So this is one. So Bugzilla main page. To create a now new bug, click on the new. Okay. New bugs, new, and in the next window, you can see the product component. These all will be displayed. See here, when you click on new in screen, you'll get these all product component, component description, version, severity, hardware, OS, okay, summary, description. These all will be there. You need to fill all these things and add an attachment, submit the bug. So once you submit the bug, here see in this summary and product both are mandatory fields. Okay, so if you don't fill those things, you'll get error messages. You must enter summary for this bug. Okay, so once you have fixed your bug will be created. So bug is created with one bug ID. Okay, there some more fields will be there once the bug is created, like status, product, component. So bug ID number is assigned and importance. So these are URL. See, these all fields, when you fill it, it would make easy for the developer and also for you to navigate whenever you for searching purpose or for verifying whether the bug is working properly or not. You can check all this. So this all makes life easier, but filling all these also takes more time. Okay, so here you can give the deadline by when you need to complete this project, this defect. Okay, whether it is confirmed, in progress, the developer will mark this one. Okay, so you can generate the reports also. Through this, you can select the widgets, product, component, and you'll get the reports like this. Okay, uh, how many bugs you have logged and under whose, and what is the percentage of the bugs completed by the deadline. Okay, you can see your reports option will be there in the screen itself. You can generate and generate the reports. Okay, so if you find any blockers, you will mark it as blocker. So blocker report this is. Okay, this is a browse function to browse our defects. Okay, so this is how the bugs are created in Bugzilla report, and this Bugzilla tool can also be attached to the Jira. Okay, so the difference between that tool and this is very in detailed, each and everything we maintain here. Okay, here status. See, once you have completed the project, you can mark it as closed. Okay, so these all these all columns, available columns, selected columns, these all you can select based on your requirement. See, whatever components you want to add, you can add here. It's like just a drag and drop. You can pull from here and keep it here, pull from here and keep it. So just changing the columns to display. Okay, see here. So when you change the columns, of columns name will change and it will display as required. See here, first product is there, remote product, and we have added complete. Okay, this is how you can pull the columns. Okay, search functionality. This is all you can do. Setup can be done. Most of the time, general setup will be done and given to you. Okay, whatever, if specifically you want to have anything more, then you can add the columns. Okay, so email preferences. So in email preferences, enable all emails or disable all emails. You can ask someone, so you can assign the emails so that the bugs will directly reach through email to the developer, tester, team lead, team manager, everybody. Okay, so here you can run, we will run our search queries from here. So this is a general screenshots of a Bugzilla tool. My Okay, you can try out, but free versions, it's very complicated to download and verify. Just learn. I'll send the questions and answers, interview questions for this Bugzilla report tool. Uh, okay, you can read those, and that would be more enough actually. There is one more tool, test case tool, that is Qtest. Okay, Qtest is also test management tool. Okay, this is also we are unable to get the free version because they will be asking business user ID and password for free trial version. Okay, so cloud-based test. The advantage is this is a cloud-based one. So here in this Qtest, in our organization, we use Qtest for writing test cases. Okay, uh, it's simple as same. So we can create a project, new project. So this is a free version being shown here. Okay, after free version, see here, you enter it, you can see the project, create one project, add a new project. So project name, start name, end name, project admin. Okay, you can add the description of the project. So once you create the project, so see here, test plan, requirements, test design, test execution, defects are there. So I have said in our initial manual testing, requirement traceability matrix, right? So that requirement traceability matrix is what we do here in requirement section. So this is a project, complete project. What we do is like we divide this the project. What we say in our Jira as epics, epic as stories. Okay, we will write those stories, requirements. We'll what we say, we'll epic, or we can write epic here, or we can write requirements here, add the requirements here in detail. Okay, test plan. So here in test plan, we'll be writing the plan. The test plan will show the information of test releases and everything, when we need to release, what are all we need to do. Okay, related to planning of the project. Okay, in requirement section, see here, uh, you will add the requirement section here. Release in release one, uh, it will add build course order. Okay, okay, here status type assign description. So in requirement, see here you are adding what is the status, new priority, non-functional type, functional type, to whom you are assigned, description. Okay, see here you can see here linked test cases. So here you need to click on add and you need to link to the test cases. This is what is called as requirement traceability matrix. So after you completing the project, you see all the test cases are linked to the requirements. So if they are linked to the requirements, then you have covered all the requirements. So your manager or team lead, product owner will design the requirements, will add the requirements here, and you need to map each and every test case to the requirement and make sure all test cases are passed, and all requirements have been assigned. Okay, see you will get the mail. Sometimes you can configure the emails also for when you add the requirements. See here you can see all these you can get through emails. Okay, so create associated test cases. So you can add the, this is how you add the test cases. And once you link to the test cases, see here, link to test cases in the requirement. You can see here. Click on it and click on save. You will be adding. Okay, see here for this requirement, you can see the it's one test design. Okay, test cases, whatever test cases you have covered. Okay, in that test case, you can open and add the test steps how you want to write it. Okay, see here, this is again a test case, you will be writing. See query test case query name here. One in Q test, what you can do is, see there would be some common test cases would be there, right? Common steps would be there for each and every screen. For example, if you are going to emergency contacts screen, you need to navigate the emergency contacts screen. What are the steps you need to do? Open the browser, login, enter the URL, click on the URL, okay, click on My Info tab. These four steps are common, right? So in this Q test, what you do is like for these four steps, you will write one test case, and when you go to emergency contacts page to write the test cases, there you will directly pull the test case number to here, to this test case. Okay, so means the that already written test case, you four steps you can add directly to your existing test case and pull it, so that you need not write again all those steps. Okay, clear this q test case, q test execution. So here you can go to test execution, click on it. So here it will open, and once you have completed, it will show as pass. So run, quick run, run. Here, run and quick run. Quick run means once you select the quick run, all the steps at a time it will pass, or else you need to pass each and every individual step. Remember one thing: when you execute the test steps, you should not select. For experienced people, it is okay. For freshers or 1 to 2 years experience, you should not select all the test cases at a step, at a stretch, and make it pass, because time will be recorded for each and every step. Okay, time will be recorded. So if you select all the four steps at a time and click on quick run and pass it, then for all those things 942 time will be displayed, means you haven't done execution properly. That is how they will understand. See, for small test cases and small things, it's okay, but when there is an issue, when issue comes, only all this comes into picture. When you are skipped, when there is a slippage of defects, okay, these all things into come into picture. So what you need to do is you need to execute each and every step. Okay, take time and execute, and you need to attach a screenshot to for each and every step. Sometimes you attach for each and every step, or sometimes for entire complete, test case. Either ways is good. Okay, So this is how you can generate. Here you will be generating the reports also. Here also you can generate the reports. How many you have executed? How many are failed? Okay. If any automation are there, so those all we can verify through this Q test.